I've been influenced. This makes no sense without a beanie on. It makes so much sense with a beanie on, trust. I have decided I am, at the bright age of 29, take up Project Pan. I understand that a lot of people have started doing Project Pan this year, at the beginning of the year. I've only heard about this anomaly within the past week, and I've decided to take it on. By the way, if you hear a boo sound, I realised in my last video, halfway through editing, that you can hear it the whole time. I have a dehumidifier in my room. I'm getting rid of the moisture in this room. That's what that sound is. I'm really sorry if it was annoying. I can turn it off for a second. Oh, maybe I can't. I decided I'm taking up Project Pan because I had a lot of things, but I also kind of want to be a little bit more of a minimalist in certain aspects. I'm very big on clothing and fashion. I think I do need to cut down a little bit, but not really, because I don't really and I don't want to, and that's okay. But what I do have a lot of that I do need to use up and declutter is makeup. I have liked makeup since I was a teenager. That's not that big of a thing. That's not a shock horror kind of statement to make. I do enjoy makeup. I've always loved makeup. I, in fact, had a job where I was very makeup focused at one point, which in turn meant that I was trying out a whole bunch of different products a lot of the time, kind of because I wanted to give out the best advice, but also just because I was interested in a lot of makeup. At one point, I think I thought I could potentially go into doing SFX makeup. I got very into that. In the last few years, I have realised I reach for the same products over and over again. I repurchase the same products over and over again. And what that has left me with is a bunch of makeup that is the same things in different packaging or different brands or varieties of the same thing. And I need to use that up. I didn't actually swear them, but did it look like it bleeped? I buy palettes. Well, I haven't brought a palette in years. I've actually kind of been doing Project Pan for a little while, subconsciously, before I knew that this was a thing. But I am effectively going through a lot of makeup. There was a time where I was buying makeup, I was collecting things because I like collecting things sometimes. I got really into collecting KVD products because like the packaging, chef's kiss, beautiful. I have a lot of Jeffree Star palettes from when I was very actively interested in makeup. I was buying a lot of makeup and I've had to bin a lot of makeup because it's so old. There's still a lot of stuff that I probably should throw away. They're not gone off, they're not bad, and they just need to be used up, otherwise their life is bad. Does anyone know that Friends reference? When Ross is trying to teach Phoebe to ride a bike, and he's like, if you don't ride the bike, the soul of the bike is going to die. And she's like, whatever, don't die. That's how I feel about throwing things away sometimes. I'm holding this lipstick. I've had this, I dread to think how long. I'm gonna say maybe 9 years. That's so foul. Actually isn't foul, it's good. That's so much lipstick and I barely reach for it. So if you don't know what Project Pan is, sorry, I've just rambled and you have no clue what I'm talking about. Project Pan is basically when you use items that you have in your house before you repurchase anything. It sounds very logical, and yet we don't do it as a society enough. And I say that as a person who is that. I didn't think I was, but turns out I actually am, because I still have foundations from years ago that I have not used up. Eyeshadow palettes that I repurchased, and I only literally repurchased one of these the other day and then decided that actually I should probably use up everything that I own. What I have learned from this experience already is I own a crap ton of lipsticks and not all of them actually suit me. Wow, turns out I'm actually very warm toned as opposed to cool toned. Having purple based, pink based lipsticks are not gonna suit me, therefore I'm not gonna wear them. I'm still holding on to those lipsticks though. Without further ado. Okay, so this isn't everything, mainly because I've run out of floor space. This is all of my drawer makeup, besides this stuff. This stuff in here, it's all basically like festival, kind of fun makeup as opposed to everyday makeup. And there is still eyeliners in here that are, I wouldn't exactly classify them as everyday makeup because I don't think I'm going to be reaching for a purple or a blue eyeliner every time. Here's the thing, and this isn't me trying to make up an excuse. This is me more trying to put a feeler out if anyone has any advice. Not everything from makeup can be switched out into other things. For instance, this is a liquid lipstick that dries matte. This is a lip gloss. This is a tint. Not all these things are the same thing. Not all of these things are interchangeable for me, because if I want a matte, I'm going to reach for a matte as opposed to a gloss. Kind of happy with having one of each thing. These are all the same colours, but they're all different things. However, having like 2 lip glosses borderline identical, not so excited by. I can repurchase. I also have a lot of kind of like, I have several black liquid lipsticks. I mean, do I need all of them? Probably not. But am I going to reach for them every day? No. And that's okay. That's actually okay. I'm not, again, not trying to justify, not trying to derail myself. I do want to use up as much as I possibly can. I definitely want to use up products that I don't particularly gravitate towards a lot. It's things like this that I'm more concerned about. I have 3 black pencils and 2 brown pencils. I don't know why I have so many purple eyeliners. I don't think I've ever done anything with purple eyeliner. Several of the same colour lip liner. These are almost identical. So do I need all of these? Probably not. Can I use them up and wear them out? Yes. That's kind of what I'm going for. It's less of a, these things are different, but I'm going to wear them up. It's more, do I need this one? And then I go, oh no, actually I think I prefer this. And it's almost identical. Actually, those ones aren't. Bad example. But you catch my drift. It would just be better to go through them and then I can figure out what I actually like. I don't think I have an actual problem too much. I would just prefer to have less. And then I think if I try it out several times and if I really don't like it, I would donate. But I think it's a bit gross to donate things that you've used an awful lot. Especially, I know that a lot of my makeup is expired and I know there's a big push to put things in the bin if they have truly expired. I do not feel guilty for trying to get rid of things that have expired. I fully respect other people's opinions on things like that, and I will be doing that for things that truly do not fit me, because what's the point of me having it in the grand scheme of things? I'm going to take inventory. Apologise so much for the lighting. The sun has set. My lips are sore from trying out so many lipstick, and then I realised it was so dark that I couldn't actually tell if they looked good. I have palettes where I have taken things out of certain things. So I believe all of these are in here. These are all individual little highlighters and eyeshadows that I got from a NYX professional makeup advent calendar at one point, and I kind of just transferred them into here because there was no point having a whole lot of tiny little things rolling around. This has got a couple of little Frankenstein things. These are both actually KVD blotting powders. I'm kind of on the fence about getting rid of that one because I obviously hit pan and was like, oh no, I'm going to run out of this. I'll buy another one. I hadn't finished that and then I decided that it was actually too pale even though it's a blotting powder for my face. What's in this, you're wondering? As you can see, I'm about to finish this. I did buy a newer version of it to replace it. However, I found out because I had Frankensteined a whole bunch of them, I did in fact keep it. I kept it in one of these, stuck a little magnet on it, I put it in here because the case that it came in was broken, but it's another MUA one. Once this one is fully gone, I'm going to start that one. This is insanely old. This colour I obviously probably can't use that much. I did use this when I was taking photos. When I was doing my photo shoot for my profile pictures, I used this and it was amazing. So I might just keep it for camera work. I've had this for absolute years, but I cannot... Can I part with it? I think I need to give it more of a go. Oh, see, if I could just like snap this off, just that bit, I'd be really happy because I have the rest of the colours over and over again somewhere else. I think I just need to get really adventurous with what I'm doing makeup wise, both in my life and when I'm at gigs. Mainly at gigs. I think that's the only way I'm going to use it. Some of this stuff. An unbelievable amount of reds. I'm going to clear this up, I'm going to put my camera in charge and I will tell you exactly how much makeup I've got. Some time has passed, some things have changed. So part of Project Pan is you create a little shop. You set up a little shop that you shop for your next product that you're going to use up out of. I personally have put... something has fallen. I've put everything in a drawer. It's a little bit haphazard looking, but I promise it kind of has some form of organisation to it. So we have all the lip products in this section here. Eyeliners, eyeshadow sticks, mascaras. These two are the only coloured ones. That one's the only black one in here. Fun makeup is on behind, along with some other powders. All of my blushes. All of my blushes are down there. Some concealers, some contour bits that need to be used up. That's my next one I'm going to go on to. Foundations, powders, lots and lots of powders. Some primers are in this section. There's a couple of lipsticks up here, but those ones I'm kind of okay with not using, but also I'm trying to not use as much. I like these ones a lot and I would just gravitate and use those all the time. This is all the makeup that I'm using currently. So the makeup I'm currently using, I have put all in this little box. Normally the makeup that I use on the daily anyway, it's just easier to grab. I quite like having a drawer as opposed to having a separate space altogether, because it kind of reminds me of when I worked my retail cosmetic job, because you would take items out of the drawer to fill up the stand. Same kind of notion for this, because once one thing is emptied, we replace it with a new one. Without further ado, let me show you what I'm using currently. I've chosen to stick with this because this is actually a lot more emptier than my other eyebrow products currently. This is just a clear mascara eyebrow thing. It's actually not really for your eyebrows, it's more for your hair. I use it as an eyebrow thing. It's a stronghold basically. It's the Superdrug own version of the Got To Be one, but I like it because it's cruelty free. I think I actually have finished this today. There's a tiny bit left, so I might just carry on with it. Primer currently, this is the Barry M Inner Fix. I've been using this for a little while. I've had to cut it, obviously. It's not normally this short because we're using it all up. Foundation, it's not really a foundation, but I'm using the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter. I don't particularly like this that much. It's okay, it's decent. It's just very glowy. Actually, everything I'm using is quite glowy just because I'm trying to use it all up. It's the NYX Born to Glow concealer. Tiny bit left. This morning felt like I was going to run out of everything basically. It's quite nice. What do I do next? I'm using up the NYX Wonder Stick contour side. I never really gravitate towards this side and I know that's pretty wasteful. I just don't like a cream highlighter. It's just not my jam. But this side is always my jam. That is literally how much product I have left. She's almost gone. I think I might start using a brush on the top of it. This blush by Beauty Bay in Peach. This is the liquid one. I do really like this one. It's just a peachy corally colour, but that's almost run out. I don't know, it just goes on forever and then they suddenly disappear. Powder wise, MUA's Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder. There's so much left in it. Actually, I don't think I need to buy a loose powder for the rest of my life. I have so many loose powders. I'm having to use this is mainly for foundation, but a little sponge thing to take away some of the shine, take away kind of, I don't want to call it an oiliness consistency, but there's something about having so many shiny things on your face that make you feel real like yucky. At least for me. I don't know if you're the same. Let me know. This, like I said in the video, is almost done. This is my bronzer. I've been using this for literal years. Like, not a joke. I've only just got the rim of it left. So blush, I'm using this Gosh one, which is the Natural Burst one. I don't mind having multiple blushes, I've decided, purely because I like to stack blushes. So if I use quite a corally tone, like I'm using a liquid one, a neutral one on top, kind of a warm colour, you can use a cool colour on top if you're a neutral shade, and it will just neutralise it basically. Quite a nice full colour I have it on today. Obviously. Highlighter, I'm using the e.l.f. Moonlight Pearl. I really like this. I don't use a lot of highlighters, which is a problem considering I have a lot of highlighters. This eyebrow pomade from Revolution Pro. Semi-dipping in and semi-not using. Kind of like it. I, again, used it today. This is just what I use all the time. If I don't use the pomade, my eyebrows look quite blocky, whereas with this I can kind of, I don't know if you can see them, I draw in individual hairs with this, so it kind of gives the illusion that my eyebrows are a lot more thicker, at least in this section. I'm also using this, which is another thing that I just use all the time. This is my mascara that I'm currently using. It's the Rimmel Thrill Seeker. I struggle to find / care about mascaras, especially because I do tend to use only cruelty-free products to my knowledge. Rimmel is now cruelty-free, so they're back on my roster of things that I can purchase. Not until I've run out of all of my mascaras. Eyeliner, I'm just sticking with the NYX Epic Ink Liner. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Lip Liner in neutral. Is it neutral or is it natural? Natural. It is a My Lips But Better kind of colour, or more solid colour. I do have two lipsticks in here, but that doesn't mean I'm using both of them. Well, actually I am using both of them, but I'm not using both of them at the same time. It depends on what I feel like. And I lost this one for a little while. This is the Gosh Matte Cinnamon colour. It's the one I'm wearing today, along with a gloss over the top of it, which is a slightly lighter. It does look a little bit more purpley, but it doesn't look bad on me in Antique. I do have an eyeshadow primer in here. I always forget that I have it in here because I don't really use eyeshadow primers. It doesn't affect me really whether or not I use one. Actually, it affects me because I don't feel like I can blend properly with an eyeshadow primer. I want to use this up, and then I have one which is a white one, and I don't think I'll be using that apart from doing fun makeup probably. This is just in here because I use it to do close-up things. This is in here purely because I want to try and use these up, maybe. I want to definitely use this up, and I'm okay with depotting these and putting them somewhere else. I will count this one leaving as a finishing of the thing because I don't think I've ever used these two colours. This is what I'm currently using. This one's the one that I'm using my eyeshadow crease for. That one I used this morning as well. And I think that one, I don't know. It's either that one or that one, just for some extra drama. I seldom use that one. This is just a really nice euphoric looking colour. And that's it. And then my setting spray, which I only have, well, I have this one and I have a little travel size Urban Decay one, which I haven't used because I like Urban Decay. That's great, Naomi. What was the count by the end of it? I need to know how much makeup you actually have. I did actually throw away an eyeliner and maybe something else, so we're going to detract one. I went through everything and really went through and was like, I have 6 powders, I have 13 eyebrow things, I have 37 eyeliners. The grand total is 230. That's how much makeup I own. Palettes and all, 230 products. That's a lot for one person. I'm definitely excited for this to go down to maybe like a foundation, a concealer, or whatever. We'll do a little check-in at some point and we will see how much makeup I've actually gone through. I did throw away one thing the other day. I think one thing or two things, and so that brings us down to 229. Yes! That is everything. I am kind of doing my bathroom as well, but that's more of a personal thing. I don't know if I'm going to post it anywhere else as well. Not because I'm embarrassed, just because I don't know if I really can be bothered, but I am consciously trying to use up everything in my bathroom as well. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're as excited as I am to go through everything and limit my stuff as much as possible. That's going to be so exciting. I wonder how long it's going to take. Probably 5 years. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Thank you for joining me. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Have a beautiful day and I will see you next time. Bye!